Hello and welcome back to the studio where we paint away the stress of everyday life here in South Wales, UK. Yes, we certainly do. I'm working on a 15 by 12 canvas panel today. I've already put a coat of gesso on there. I'm going to do something special today. We're going to do a sunset with a twist. A sunset with a twist. But before we do that, let's have a look at the palette.
It's time to learn with our friend Clive. So grab your brush, have a great time. And don't forget to click subscribe.
Okay, thank you very much for joining me and watching that quick introduction. So let's have a look at the palette. Today I'm using my medium mix as always. www.clive5art.co.uk. There you can buy a wide range of brushes, and I'm using my homemade paints again today. I'm using a warm black, and this is a Winsor colour range chrome yellow, and I've got a couple of different reds there. I've got a medium red and a crimson. There we go. That's all I'm going to be using today. So if you want to pop along, please pop along and check out the website. There's free tracings on there, and there's artwork for sale, and there's all other stuff as well. And we'll say no more about that. So today I thought we would do something different. Now I'm going to do a sunset today because I'm in a sunset-y type of mood. And I thought we would put just a little horizon line just down there like that. Maybe just there, just because it's all going to be sky today. And we're going to do a sunset with a twist. Okay, as you've seen by the thumbnail, I haven't actually put what this is going to look like, so it's a surprise for you. Let's get to mixing then. Let's get the mix in. So I'm going to get some yellow. I'm going to put some yellow there, like this. Ooh, a bit of yellow there. I'm going to get a little bit of red, but there, like that. Another little bit of red, maybe, but there. I'm going to get a bit of darker red, just up there, like that. Let's put a bit of dark red there, like that. There we go, a little bit of dark red there. And I tell you what we need to put on my palette is a titanium white. So, before we do anything else, let's do that. And as I said, when you're painting, always make sure you've got plenty of white paint, because that is important. You're always going to use at least 2 times as much white paint as any other colour in your cupboard. So now that's put on there, because we forget. I'm a human being at the end of the day. I forget things. I'm like everybody else, really. There you go. So let's get a bit of white, and let's put a bit of white there, like that. There you go. So let's do a sunset with a twist. I'm going to mix all my colours on the canvas today. So let's see what happens. So just a little bit of moisture on my brush. And I'm just going to mix this yellow in, picking in a bit of this red, getting this lovely orangey type of sky in like this. Let's get a bit of white in there. Just mixing a bit of this in. Let's get a little bit more yellow in there. And this is the time to actually pop along to www.clive5art.co.uk, buy yourself a fine mist bottle like that, and just spray down the surface of your painting like this. Getting this white in there now. Mixing it all in together. And just have a bit of fun. Just get that nice sky going on. Let's get that down there like this. Mixing it all in. Let's get a bit more yellow. Slapping in a bit more yellow. Let's get a little bit of that crimson. I like this crimson. Let's get that crimson in the sky like this. Let's get a bit more crimson. I want it quite dark up there, like that. Leave a couple of these lines in. See, I'm not blending it completely in. So leave a couple of those lines there. Leave a couple of those darker patches of red in there, like that. There you go, just getting that down there. A little bit of fine mist on the bottom. Let's get some more yellow in there. There we go, a little bit more white. Dum-de-dum-de-dum. This is a very quick, easy painting that you can do. Never painted before, give it a try. Because this channel is all about mindfulness and being getting into your artwork, and you can learn all the other techniques and all these other things and perspectives and color theories and all these other things later on. But the most important thing is to get some paint on the canvas, and that's all I try to show on this lesson is get paint in. Don't be afraid of the canvas. Don't be afraid of what you're actually producing. It's important that we just get paint on canvas and get that memory. It's called muscle memory. It really is. When we're in the gym and we're working out and things like that, and you get these weightlifters building up weights and they're doing their arm curls like this, building their biceps up. They're not actually looking at the weight and going, this is heavy. They're actually thinking about this muscle, this bicep. So they're getting that bicep to work, and they're actually tensing that bicep up like that. So all the work is there. It's muscle memory. It's brain to muscle. And this is what you've got to do when you're painting. Now it sounds daft. We're not lifting weights. But what we are doing is that we're getting our muscles and our brain to work together to incorporate the muscle memory. So the hand memory, the brain to the hand, and the pressure you put in the brush on, and on all this other stuff. And this is what we're trying to emulate here is that. So getting those little lines in like that. There could be little clouds in there, look. Just let the paint do what it wants to do rather than you try and get it to do. Let your brain and your hands just work together. And before you know it, you've got a wonderful, wonderful sunset like that. So let's get a little bit more red and yellow down here. There's a little bit of crimson, a little bit of yellow. Just getting that down there like this. So we can put a C in there. And this is our meditation painting today with a twist. So it's a sunset painting with a twist. But it's also going to be a meditation painting today. Try and keep this line as straight as you possibly can. I'm just rushing through it at the moment. But it doesn't matter. Again, as you've done with the sky, just let that blend like that. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. There we are. Get some more yellow in there like this. Practice. I paint a lot on card, as you know, in a lot of lessons. If you want to know what other lessons I've got, just tap in hashtag Clive5art. I'll put that up on the screen for you. In the YouTube search bar, and all my lessons will pop up. Or you can just click on the iCard there as well. I put a little bit too much red in there because I was talking too much. Click on the iCards as well, top corner there, and all my lessons will pop up, or there'll be links to some of my lessons anyway. So let's get a bit of white now, and let's just bring some white sparkling down like this, like that. It's into the distance there, and a few little lines here and there, just like that. Just letting the job and the brush and your hands just work together. And before you know it, we've only used one brush. We've only done one little bit of canvas work. Let's get some yellow. Let's get a little bit of white to that yellow. Let's get a bit of crimson into that yellow. And let's just bring a little touch of black to it, just to darken that up. A little bit more red. Just like that. So we got this dark, dirty orange colour. And let's just put a few lines, just little stringers like this. Just don't worry about it. Just put a few little dippy dot marks like this. Just maybe Just a few little clouds in the sky. Just a few little floaters. Just floating around the sky like that. There you go. What a wonderful sunset. It's a sunset. It really is. So, maintaining the brush. Let's clean my brush. Let's get some white on my brush. Taking off some excess. And let's just by there, we'll just make a circle like this. And then we got a sun in the sky. There we are. A sun in the sky. Like that. And what we can do then is just wipe that paint off my brush. Let me get a bit of kitchen roll because I've run out of kitchen roll now. I'm just going to get a little bit of red. A little bit of yellow, sorry. A little bit of yellow. Just into that sky. Into that sun. Just like that. There you go. I'll put a bit more. I'll put a bit more yellow down there. Like that. So, what we've got to do now is dry this very quickly with a hairdryer, and I've got a surprise in mind for you. I'm just going to dry this area, because this is the area I'm going to be working on. This is the surprise. This is the sunset with a twist. Yes. What I've done is I've actually cut a shape out like that. You can see, there you go. I'll show all cameras. You can see it's just a little bit of card, a little bit of cardboard with a shape on it like that. It's meditation. So I'm just going to stick that. I just got a little bit of blue tack. You could use some silicone or something like that. Something that'll sit that onto there like that. I'm hoping it'll stick for now. You want it to come off the canvas so it looks as if it's 3D. And then all you need to do then is get yourself a little bit of paint, and then you could just paint this in black like that, or you can paint it like I did before you actually put it on there. So spend a little bit of time, make sure it's all nice, and you could put a bit of highlight on the edges. You could get a bit of yellow if you wanted to, and just put it on the edge like that. Just as if it's a little bit of a glow. You play around with that, making sure it's actually off the edge, and you stick that on there. What a wonderful gift that is. It's a meditation sunset. There we are, as quick as that. So I hope you've enjoyed this lesson today. I will think of another one to do later on in the year. Don't forget to click the subscribe button down there. Over there is another video that you might like, and there's a couple of links as well. So thank you very much for joining me in the studio today. Have fun with this one. Enjoy and experiment. Bye.